Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. It's been many years ago, maybe 15, 20 years ago. I was at a conference, 2025. I was at a conference, and they were talking about how, for the first time, there were five generations working at the same time in the workplace. Five generations. And so this was causing a great deal of confusion, tension, y lo que sea. People were having problems working together, understanding one another because of these generation gaps. And so the presenter put up what the generations were and how they looked and how they operated. And he put up the boomers, and somehow I was a boomer. And I was like, when did they change this? Because the cutoff age had always been like a couple of years, and I didn't end up in the boomer category that had gone from like 1946, and then they put in 1960, and then the next year it was 1961, and then it was like up to 65. And all of a sudden, all these people who had not been boomers were boomers. And that cutoff was determined by how we worked, how we interacted, the social forces around us, the things that had socialized us. Well, now we're not boomers again. We're Generation Jones. Anybody born from 1954 to 1965, 1954 to 1965. Now you do the math. That is not an entire generation. Nope. But they took us out and said, these people act different because they had like TV, and they had like, you know, like just huge concerts and festivals and things that made them act differently, and they had civil rights, and they're not the same as the boomers. Y'all stop playing. Age really is a factor sometimes in how we work. It's not our age, it's the age within which we were born and the societal forces around us that influenced how we interact and how we see the world and what we do. We are not going to be millennials because we came from a generation of parents who, my mother was born in 1918. So really that would put me in the boomer because of the age of my mother. Even though my age does not make nowhere the cutoff for the new Generation Jones, simply because of the age of the person. So what this tells me is that the societal forces around us, if we recognize them around age, then we have to recognize them around race and gender and all these other things. If we can understand that these groupings happen around age, then what would happen around our ability to think beyond and within and across? What happens when you grasp diversity in the truest sense, that you use it as a tool to see and to think into the eyes, the lives, the world of others? What happens when you allow your age to not be just when you were born and how you are, but how you see the world? And if you can expand the way you see the world, you can expand the youth of your own mind. Woof. Come through. I'm not a boomer. I love you.